my song titles are kind of like absurdist and nonsensical, but that's like to everybody else. To me, they're like references to very specific things, and I feel like it's good that it has like a variety of ways to be interpreted. So it kind of makes it like malleable in that way. But also sometimes it has no meaning, and um, I guess no one will ever really know, and that's kind of the fun of it, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of funny, like my evolution with poetry, because my mom was a poet, but I grew up around her writing poetry, and I used to think as a kid that it was like stupid and pretentious because she wrote like pretty abstract poetry. I like kind of see, like I kind of understand it now. I've listened to rap music for since I was a kid. Like my dad would play stuff like MF Doom in the car, and Delta Funky Homo Sapien. Kind of revisited it in high school with like Surf Gang and like I guess more now like Jack Zebra kinda and like that type of thing. And also like the aesthetics of rap. It feels very like fun and like kind of unserious, and that's like a little palate cleanser from something that I feel is too serious almost. Yeah, so that was kind of born out of like a lack of being able to play any instruments or like ability lack of ability to use any like piece of equipment, I guess. So I kind of was just like, fuck it, I'll like spaz out because it's kind of the only thing I really know how to do. That's like mildly entertaining. I think it was perfect for the time because it kind of combined um, just like sheer absurdism and like there's like a sense of humor to it almost, but also was like kind of cathartic in a way, just like as something to perform. You're kind of just like leaving everything out there basically. I kind of just make music with the mindset that like it's gonna be in the void and like no one is gonna see it, and that's kind of like the method I use to keep true to like myself almost. But like of course I know that like at this point people are probably gonna see it, like it's kind of inevitable. But I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends on the person too, because like one person viewing my stuff might think like, oh, this is like bullshit and like pretentious or like nonsensical and like is stupid and it isn't even music or something. But like another person will see like, okay, this is the future. It really resonates with them. But like I don't know if either one of those are like the right answer. You know what I mean? Again, I think it comes down to intuition. Like I don't want to make things like a meme. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that is going a little too far. Well, Emmett and I have kind of like been around noise music our whole lives because of our parents, and I don't know. I mean, at least to me, it seems like noise music. A lot of noise musicians are very like they take themselves very seriously and they're very like dark and like nihilistic. And like Emmett and I, like that's just very much not really who we are. So, because like to me, noise music can be anything, you know. So I just want to be like, yeah, it could be like really like noise music can be fun if you want it to be, you know. I don't think my art is like representative of like one larger moment. It feels very like my art feels very like isolated to my like experience and like you know everything that is whatever I am, you know. When I'm making something, like the feeling of it isn't always conscious to me, but like the song will kind of embody um, the feeling just by virtue of me feeling the thing, but like I don't hear it in the music. But like when I go back and listen to it as an audience member, I like understand it almost. I think Bachman did um, put my emotions into song the best. I think it's probably the most polished and most cathartic to listen to for me. The album that I made with Emmett was really monumental because we've been trying to make an album together for like probably 3 years. Like we've been talking about since before I even started making music. And I think that was just really monumental to be able to actually see that through with him. I don't really draw the distinction between industry standard and like Damien Tang or anything. I don't really consider other people, but like I am parts of a whole in a sense, you know, all the people I've ever come in contact with, all the things that have ever happened to me, all the thoughts I have, all the feelings that I have, all of it is necessary to be one, and all of it is one. I have no plans for the future as of right now, but the plan is to kind of just follow my heart and try to get what I can out of life while I have the opportunity. Tomorrow I could wake up and not want to make music ever again. So, uh, what's important and isn't as entirely prescriptive. You know what I mean? And it could change moment to moment, even inside an individual person. Who am I to say what isn't important? You know? Just like being able to travel for shows too is a really incredible thing for me because like I've been to places that I probably would have never even been to if I wasn't doing a show or something. Geographically, I think Ithaca is like the most beautiful place that I've ever been to in my life. It's mountainous on one side, and then there's like a dense city on the other side, pretty much. Like, this is kind of like how I saw it. Like I love the city. Like I did a semester here. It was the most fun I've ever had. But like also, I have a very deep appreciation for like nature, and just like being surrounded by it. So I kind of combine those two worlds in very close proximity to each other, and it was just so beautiful, indescribable.